I remember Tupac and the Biggie beef back in 1996, 95. Remember, I was in the streets, so I was in the streets for all that. You know what I'm saying? I was in the streets. I came out I came out of the house in 1992, and I was like 8 years old. So I was in the streets, man, and I was in the streets for a lot of motherfuckers. My age was in the streets. A lot of motherfuckers started to come out the streets around like 1995, 96, and they wasn't really relevant like that. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't nobodies. But I was out in the streets in 1992, and the beef between the East and West Coast was always something I look forward to because of the Source Awards and shit like that, and all the award shows. Suge Knight and all the niggas used to come blood niggas like mobbing. And back then, Suge Knight was real. People were scared of that nigga because he had that were blood cops. You know what I'm saying? So, and he had money, and he was on that West Coast shit hard. So niggas was scared. Niggas in the industry, niggas ain't want to die. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times he was able to like intimidate niggas because he had a reputation. Plus he had a lot of gangbangers. You know what I'm saying? And the thing with gangbangers, you get them money, you know, they gonna do whatever. You know what I'm saying? They gonna try to make their name known. You know what I'm saying? So 1995 when Tupac went 1996, I was like what? Like 11, 12. And when he died, it's like everybody in the school was like sad about that shit. More than Biggie. You know what I'm saying? All the bitches was sad about it. I remember that shit like it was yesterday. And actually, I was actually having beef in that. I was having beef with niggas in school too. So, like I said, I come from the fighting era, so you know you gotta have them. You gotta know how to throw them hands. It ain't like how it is now. You know what I'm saying? Like kids going to school now, it's not good because you're gonna have to use them weapons. You're gonna have to use weapons. At least back in the days, you can get into a nice little fist fight, and it wasn't that serious fist fight. It wasn't like you had to do jail time. But now with the guns and all that shit, catching beef in like junior high and high school, that shit risky. That shit shaky. But when Tupac died, like I said, a lot of people were sad about that. And I found out like in 2019 when I was in jail on who killed the nigga. And you know, all the people that's getting like the nigga that got caught recently, I knew nigga told me about who he thought killed Tupac. He said, remember the time I was in jail with the nigga, and he told me about who he think killed Tupac. He was like, yeah, I was fucking, you know, Tupac his last day on earth, he had beef with that Crip nigga. They jumped the nigga in the casino, and that was his last day on earth. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, oh shit, the day he jumped that Crip nigga, he died. So it's like he told me my nigga I was in jail with told me that that Crip nigga that jumped him is the one that killed him. And I was like, oh, I didn't know that. I did know that, but I didn't really know exactly how the events went. That the night he got jumped by that Crip nigga is the night he got killed. So everyone was like saying that Crip nigga did it. You know what I'm saying? Orlando Bloom. And eventually, that shit was going around unsolved for a long time. It just, most black niggas, they don't know how to keep their mouth shut. They like to brag about shit. You know what I mean? So that's what he went real wrong. He just like niggas like to brag about what they did, what they do. But y'all been know about who killed Tupac, you know? Well, I didn't been know. I found out in 2019 while I was in jail. A nigga told me about that. You know what I'm saying? So I've been know about that.